Hello everyone. Today I will be coloring in this picture of a giraffe and whispering about a bunch of nonsense for the most part. Whispering and soft speaking. Today I'm using the Crayola Super Tips washable markers. Now there are some lines and areas in this image that are too fine and small for these markers. So for those, we'll need to use a different form of color. Before I start, I'm going to remove this hair tie. Because it'll get in my way. This is my first ASMR video. That I've ever published. I have made just a few ASMR videos in the past, but I've never had the courage to upload them. I'm also not super preoccupied with staying in lines, so if it looks to you as if I never was taught how to properly color, that is fine. I find that when I do obsess over staying in the lines, when coloring or working on something tedious like this, I just end up obsessing over it, and I don't want to expose myself or you to that stress. So we are just going to go with the flow and not worry about any mess ups. Bob Ross would not want me to worry about any mistakes. So I have watched ASMR and listened to ASMR for a very long time. At this point, it's hard for me to exactly pinpoint how old I was when I started. Especially because before discovering the ASMR community on YouTube, and quite honestly, before it was even a thing, I had a handful of videos that I had stumbled across that I would watch for ASMR purposes before I even really knew that it was called ASMR or what ASMR was. I just knew that I found the videos really relaxing and they put me to sleep. Now, I have never had issues sleeping. I've never dealt with insomnia, and I've always been able to fall asleep very quickly and easily and stay asleep. It's super uncommon for me to wake up throughout the night. I usually sleep straight through the night. So when I tell people about my love for ASMR and how often I use it and listen to it, which is for most of the time, every single night. I do go some nights without it, but people, I think, usually wonder what led me to find it. And I feel like it's pretty common that people stumble upon it because they're dealing with insomnia. But I really am very fortunate that I've never had that problem. I just love the way ASMR makes me feel, and it brings a feeling of relaxation to me that most other things aren't capable of doing. And that falling asleep normally or regularly or without ASMR as an aid, it just doesn't feel the same. So personally, I don't see anything wrong with me using it. I'm not hooked on it in a sense of I can't fall asleep without it. I can certainly fall asleep without it. Many people can attest to that. I can fall asleep in most scenarios. So it really didn't spark my interest to start making videos until probably like the last 2 years, I'd say. And my biggest reason for wanting to make them is just that people have always asked, and it's a very common question to get asked, well, what do you want to do with your life? What do you want to be when you grow up? And I never have a good answer. I always feel kind of silly for not having a definite answer, because when you grow up and people around you know that they want to become doctors, they want to become counselors, they want to become a singer, an artist, whatever it is, when you're surrounded by that and you have no idea what you want to do, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking, overwhelming, confusing. But the one vague answer that I usually give people is that I just want to help people. I am pretty nurturing by nature, I'd say. I like to help people. I get gratification from knowing that I helped someone. It's a really good feeling, and it makes me feel fulfilled, would be the word I would probably use. So, with all of that being said, I know that ASMR does help a lot of people who do unfortunately have other reasons for seeking out a sleep aid, whether it be insomnia, depression, anxiety, and not even just as a sleep aid. I mean, plenty of people, myself included, listen to ASMR to wind down. It doesn't necessarily have to be to put you to sleep at bedtime. It can oftentimes just be a way to relax, kind of let go of the day's stresses, and let yourself forget everything that you've got running through your mind. So I know I've heard and read about people saying that ASMR has helped them cope with different things they've experienced in their life. whether it be trauma or going through something like depression. I just know that ASMR is extremely helpful, and it's different for everyone. Every person is going to have different triggers and things that make them feel relaxed and help them find that happy place. So that's why I decided to just go for it. I'm not expecting anything to come of it. I'm not trying to turn YouTube into a career. I think it's fantastic that a lot of the ASMR artists that I've watched from the very beginning have been able to turn this into a career. I think that is such a wonderful opportunity, and I'm very happy for them. But that's not my goal. Even if this video, let's say this is the only video I ever post, even if this one video helps one person, I think it was worth it. And I won't regret doing that, because it's just a really good feeling knowing that you helped someone, even if it was in the slightest way. I kind of go through phases with ASMR. I'll go through periods where I want to find new people to listen to watch, and then at other times I'm just so set on like one person, and I just want to listen to every video they've ever made, and I'm totally content with that. I'd say over the past, I don't know, maybe 6 months or something, maybe even longer than that, I've become truly obsessed with Mary, aka Southern ASMR Sounds. Her imagination and creativity is on like a whole nother level. Like, I cannot even fathom coming up with even a fraction of the ideas and role plays and just all the videos she comes up with. And she posts so much. Like, she's such a frequent uploader, and it's mind-blowing to me, honestly. Super mind-blowing. And on top of that, she can write. She wrote a book called River Road, and she revealed in a recent video, if I'm not mistaken, that she is in the process of finishing the sequel to that book, which is awesome. But like, she's just so talented, and her acting skills are better than a lot of the actors you see in modern day movies. I honestly think she kind of missed her calling in that aspect, because her ability to turn a character on and off and improv is just insane. Like, it comes so natural to her. So while I do feel very relaxed when I watch her videos, and she certainly knows how to aim at, certain people's triggers, and she listens to people's video requests and all that. But on top of that, I just love to watch her do her thing. Like, she just is hilarious, and so she's just so good. She's so good. I think she's such an awesome lady. She's opened up about her past and, you know, the fact that she's been married more than once and gone through divorces, and now she's raising her boys as a single mom. And I know that due to her YouTube success, she's been able to kind of focus more on that, and I don't think she has to work full time anymore, which is so cool. But I'm just really happy for her, and I feel like of all the ASMR artists I've ever come across, she is the one who has a lot of recognition to be acquired, and she's gotten more attention over the past year. I know she went on a couple of talk shows kind of in her local area, but it's not enough. I think she should go on Ellen, because she would rock it. But I really look up to her because I know if she can do it, and if she can find time to make videos, especially as many videos as she makes, then I have no excuse to not upload at least every now and again. In the end, I just hope that this simple little video brought someone some sort of relaxation, calmness, help them forget about their stress of the day, anything along those lines. It's good enough for me. I tried to pick a picture out of my very adult coloring book that was fairly big in lines and areas, because the majority of these pictures in these coloring books are so time consuming and tedious, and I love them, but I start them and I get frustrated and I quit, and then I start them again a month later, do it for an hour or two, and then I quit again, because apparently I am a quitter. I'm kidding, kind of. I'm just impatient, a very impatient person. So I certainly was not trying to make this a true piece of art, good enough to hang in an art gallery, but I just wanted to have fun with it. And it gave me a chance to ramble. Here is the completed image, mistakes and all, and I hope you enjoyed.